Have you ever wondered what it's like to be so overpowered that even the gods take notice? Well, today's your lucky day. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 isekai anime with god-level main characters. Those absolute units who can rewrite reality with a flick of their fingers. We're talking divine powers, world-bending abilities, and more flexing than a gym mirror. Whether they're casually destroying armies or rewriting the laws of magic, these MCs are in a league of their own. So, buckle up for some serious OP vibes. Let's dive right in. Number 10. I'm standing on 1 million lives. What would you do if you were suddenly thrown into a brutal game of survival in another world? In I'm Standing on 1 Million Lives, Yusuke Yotsuya, a cynical high schooler, is abruptly transported into a game-like fantasy world with his classmates. There's a catch, though. They must complete dangerous quests to survive, and death in the game means death in real life. Yusuke, armed with a calm, strategic mind, accepts the challenge while trying to protect his teammates, even as the tasks grow darker and more brutal. The anime blends action, suspense, and moral dilemmas, raising questions about human nature, teamwork, and what it really takes to survive. It's a tense, thought-provoking twist on the isekai genre that's anything but typical. Number 9. Do you love your mom and her two-hit multi-target attacks? Ever thought about going on a fantasy adventure with your mom? In Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Hit Multi-Target Attacks? Masato Usuki is an ordinary high schooler who gets transported into a video game world. But his mom, Mamako, tags along as well. Turns out Mamako is an overpowered, doting powerhouse, wielding absurdly strong dual swords that wipe out enemies in a flash. Masato, on the other hand, struggles to make his own mark. The anime is a hilarious mix of action, awkward family moments, and lighthearted commentary on the classic OP protagonist trope. With fun characters, quirky humor, and a surprisingly sweet family dynamic, it's a lighthearted isekai romp that's as much about mother-son bonding as it is about fantasy battles. Number 8. Reincarnated as a sword. Ever wonder what it's like to be reincarnated as a sword? In Reincarnated as a Sword, that's exactly what happens to our protagonist. After dying in the real world, he wakes up as a sentient weapon in a fantasy land, ready for adventure. He's soon wielded by Fran, a fierce young cat girl enslaved and fighting for freedom. Together, they make an unstoppable team. Fran swings the sword, and the sword, well, it teaches her how to fight, levels up, and sometimes acts like an overprotective mentor. Their bond is at the heart of the story, blending heart-pounding action with heartwarming moments. This anime offers a unique twist on the isekai genre with plenty of charm, battles, and a whole lot of heart. Number 7. Sukumichi. Moonlit fantasy. Getting isekai isn't always a dream come true, especially for Makoto Masumi and Sukumichi. Moonlit fantasy. Summoned to a fantasy world as a hero, Makoto is quickly rejected by a goddess who deems him too ugly for her world and banishes him to the wilderness. Left to fend for himself, Makoto awakens powerful abilities and begins forging alliances with dragons, orcs, and even spider demons, forming a new family while creating his own domain in this strange land. Despite being cast aside, Makoto proves that rejection can be the start of something epic. With a mix of humor, action, and world-building, Tsukimichi is a story about resilience, power, and carving your own path, even when the gods are against you. Number 6. The Devil is a PartTimer. What happens when the Dark Lord trades world domination for a part-time gig at a fast food joint? In The Devil is a PartTimer, the Demon King Satan is forced to flee his world after a heroic uprising, and ends up stranded in modern-day Tokyo. Powerless and broke, he takes a job at Maji Ronald's to survive, hilariously trying to conquer Earth one burger at a time. Meanwhile, his nemesis, the hero Emilia, also arrives in Tokyo, leading to a chaotic mix of old grudges, awkward misunderstandings, and the daily grind of modern life. With a perfect blend of comedy, action, and unexpected heart, This anime shows that even demon lords have to pay the rent, and maybe learn a thing or two about being human. Number 5. Ancient Magus's Bride. The Ancient Magus's Bride is a tale that feels like stepping into a dark, enchanting fairy tale. Chise Hattori, a lonely girl who has lived a life of neglect, is sold at an auction, only to be purchased by Elias Ainsworth, a mysterious otherworldly Magus with an animal skull for a head. But Elias has a strange proposal. Chise will become both his apprentice in magic and his bride. As they navigate the worlds of fae, spirits, and sorcery, Chise begins to uncover hidden strengths and confronts the pain of her past. The anime blends breathtaking visuals with heartfelt themes of healing, love, and the search for belonging, making it a beautiful, haunting, and emotional story about second chances. Number 4. A Certain Magical Index. In a city where science and magic clash, A Certain Magical Index tells the story of Kamiju Tuma, a high school student with an unusual ability. His right hand can cancel any supernatural power, whether it's science-based or magical. One day he meets Index, a mysterious nun who holds 103,000 forbidden magical texts in her memory. Suddenly, Kamiju is caught in a dangerous war between powerful magic factions and scientific organizations, all while trying to protect Index from those who would use her knowledge for their own gain. The anime mixes high-stakes battles, complex conspiracies, and an ever-expanding world of magic and technology, making it a thrilling and action-packed story with unexpected twists and a dash of heart. Number 3. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. Ever wonder what happens if you live the slow life for 300 years in an RPG world? In I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level, Azusa Azawa, an overworked office lady, dies and is reincarnated as an immortal witch. Determined to avoid stress in her new life, she spends centuries casually defeating weak slimes. But eventually, all that casual grinding pays off. Azusa hits max level and becomes one of the most powerful beings around, much to her surprise. Her quiet life soon attracts dragons, spirits, and other quirky characters, turning her once simple life into a cozy yet chaotic adventure. This anime blends lighthearted humor, wholesome moments, and a laid-back isekai twist that's all about enjoying the journey. Number 2. Uncle from Another World. Waking up from a 17-year coma only to find out your uncle has been in another world the whole time, and he's brought back magical powers. Uncle from Another World follows Takafumi and his eccentric uncle, who returned from his isekai adventures with incredible abilities, weird habits, and a surprisingly deep love for video games. As Takafumi listens to his uncle's bizarre stories about fighting monsters, tragic romances, and clueless misunderstandings, he realizes the guy might actually be a hero or just a really lucky fool. The anime balances comedy, nostalgia, and the absurdity of isekai tropes, all wrapped in a unique slice-of-life format where fantasy and the mundane hilariously collide. It's a quirky, heartfelt show with plenty of laughs. Number 1. The God of High School. Imagine a world where high schoolers battle for the title of the strongest fighter, and the winner's wish can come true. In The God of High School, Jin Mori, a carefree martial artist, joins a global tournament where combatants face off in brutal matches using martial arts, supernatural powers, and even mythical weapons. As the tournament unfolds, Jin uncovers a web of secrets involving ancient gods, shadowy organizations, and a power that could reshape the world. With jaw-dropping fights, slick animation, and an ever-escalating sense of scale, the anime delivers non-stop action and adrenaline, blending martial arts traditions with larger-than-life fantasy elements in a fast-paced, thrill-packed adventure. And that's it for our list of god-tier MCs. If you had fun, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more anime goodness. Who's your favorite OP character? Drop it in the comments. See you in the next one.